Someone placed a hidden camera inside your car. The truth it recorded involves a betrayal you were never meant to see. Prepare your heart before you open what's coming. God says this message is not ordinary. Before you read any further, center yourself. Because what you're about to uncover may shatter your perception of trust. You've been moving through life unaware that eyes were watching you from a hidden place. A small black device, silently fastened beneath your dashboard, has been recording your most personal moments. It was not placed there by accident. It was set with cruel intent. The person who installed it never thought you'd find out. They planned to use what was captured as leverage, as evidence, as a weapon against your peace. But the heavens have seen everything and decided it is now time for you to know. What started as a trickle of suspicion turned into a tidal wave of revelation. The camera didn't just capture you. It captured those around you when you weren't there. It recorded whispered conversations and gestures of betrayal you'd never imagine from people who claimed they loved you. God says the footage reveals more than infidelity. It reveals a plot. A plan was being whispered in the passenger seat. Someone you trusted handed over keys and coordinates to someone else who should have never known where your car even was. A woman whose voice you'll recognize immediately spoke your name with venom. She laughed while describing how easily you trusted her, how easily you believed the lies. A man nodded beside her, the same man who once told you he'd protect you with his life. They spoke about money, location, and a name you buried in the past. The betrayal wasn't just emotional, it was calculated. They knew your schedule, your vulnerabilities, even your fears. Type Amen to get blessing 333. They planned to drain you, not just emotionally but spiritually and financially. One even joked that after this was done, they'd disappear and let you think it was your fault. Another planned to leak something personal, something deeply sacred to you, if you resisted their demands. What's worse is that the person you cried to when things felt heavy was part of it too. They comforted you with one hand and texted your betrayer with the other. The camera saw the duality in their eyes, warmth when you were near, coldness the moment you turned away. There was a timestamp on the footage that matches. A day you remember feeling strange. That day, your car smelled different. You thought nothing of it, but now you realize they had been inside without your knowledge. The camera's microphone picked up whispers of "they'll never know," and laughter that didn't belong in your sacred space. That car wasn't just a vehicle. It was your sanctuary, your mobile confessional, and they violated it without remorse. A third woman's voice entered the footage. She questioned the morality of what was happening, only to be silenced with threats and bribes. Her hesitation was brief. Money changed her mind. Type Amen to get blessing 444. The camera even caught an argument between the man and the first woman. He believed you were catching on. He warned her that you were smarter than she assumed. She smirked and said, "Let them watch. We'll still win." They thought you were weak. They mistook your kindness for blindness. They never expected this camera to turn against them. The final recording showed a package being placed under your driver's seat. It was small, wrapped in brown paper. It was meant to be found by the wrong person, not you, and used as an accusation. If it had gone according to plan, you'd be behind bars or disgraced publicly. But the angels stepped in. They guided your hands to that small blinking light that led to the truth. God says this isn't just a warning, it's deliverance. You were spared not by coincidence, but by divine intervention. What you do next will determine how fully you are freed. You mustn't confront them directly just yet. Not until all pieces of this betrayal are gathered. The camera has more to reveal, including what was said in the back seat when they believed they were alone. Type Amen to get blessing 555. One of the women involved called someone from your past. A person who had once caused you great pain and vanished. That person is back in the picture now, not to reconnect, but to collect. They were offered something in exchange for helping, your silence. But destiny refuses to let you be silenced any longer. The truth, raw and undeniable, is now in your hands. On the third day after that footage ended, someone tried to remotely wipe the device. They failed. The angels blocked the signal, and the data remained untouched. Your protection is not ordinary, it's celestial. Your heart may be breaking, but this exposure is also healing. No more shadows hiding behind smiles. No more loyalty to liars who never earned your trust. The video doesn't lie, but the faces in it did. Every word, every glance, every secret handshake, it's all documented, preserved by the very trap they set for you. Type Amen to get blessing 777. If you feel chills right now, it's because your soul remembers. It remembers the feeling of betrayal even before your mind had proof. Now, the evidence is undeniable. This betrayal was planned for weeks, maybe months. They tested your reactions to small things to see how far they could go. When they realized you wouldn't question them, they went deeper into darkness. Even your dreams have been warning you. That recurring vision of driving in circles wasn't random. It was your spirit trying to process the invasion of your space. Someone in the footage kept calling you too easy. That same someone has posted about loyalty and love online, hypocritically. Their mask will fall very soon, and the world will see them as they truly are. God says justice is already in motion. The evidence you now hold will unlock more than answers. It will unlock freedom. Freedom from lies, from manipulation, and from the storm they thought you'd never escape. Type Amen to get blessing 888. The car you drive daily became a trap without you knowing. But the same car is now a courtroom. And you hold the testimony that will set you free. Their panic has begun. They suspect the truth is close. You may even receive messages pretending everything is fine. Don't trust them. The one who seemed quietest is the one with the most dirt on their hands. They operated silently, collecting moments, passing messages. Now, they tremble because you are waking up. They know once you've seen the footage, there's no going back. You'll remember every touch, every lie, every moment you blamed yourself, and realize it wasn't your fault. None of it was. Type Amen to get blessing 999. Your name was spoken in arrogance during those recordings. They had forgotten that God listens. Every whisper meant to harm you is now part of your shield. Keep this footage safe. It may be needed not just for your protection but for others as well. There are more victims, unknowingly connected to your betrayers. You are not paranoid. You are protected. What they called suspicion, the heavens call discernment. There will be a time soon when this truth must be revealed. You'll know the hour. You'll feel the fire in your spirit. That is when you speak. They called you soft. But softness is not weakness. And now, your strength is rising from the ashes of betrayal. God says your enemies underestimated the power of revelation. They were never prepared for you to rise. But you are rising anyway, with evidence, with grace, and with divine backing. Type Amen to get blessing 1000. You were followed not to be protected, but to be destroyed. That plan is now broken. The watchers are being watched. Your ancestors are standing with you now. The ones who knew struggle, betrayal, and divine revenge. They are surrounding your path with fire. No harm will reach you now. Let them watch. Let them squirm. Let the weight of their own actions break them from the inside out. You are no longer a victim. You are no longer unsure. You are the storm now. They should have walked away while they had the chance. Instead, they played a game with your soul. And the heavens are not amused. Type Amen to get blessing 1222. The days ahead may be filled with sudden changes. People will vanish from your life. Let them. They were never meant to stay. Their presence was a test. And now you've passed. Do not mourn those who betrayed you. Mourn only the time you wasted believing they were true. That chapter is over. What begins now is restoration. Real peace. Real love. Real clarity. You will move differently now. Wiser. Sharper. Surrounded by the unseen forces of justice. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Type Amen to get blessing 1444. You will never again allow your light to be dimmed by unworthy shadows. The next time you enter your car, feel it, the shift, the cleansing. Let this be the end of confusion. Let it be the start of divine understanding. You saw the truth. You believed it. Now, you will live by it. Their betrayal did not break you. It birthed the version of you that can never be fooled again. And that was their biggest mistake. You may feel an ache inside, like something sacred was violated. That's because it was. Your trust, your heart, your space, all of it was trespassed by people who knew exactly what they were doing. The hidden camera didn't just record conversations, it recorded betrayal in its purest form. What it captured wasn't just physical presence, but energy, intention, and evil strategy. Every smirk, every whisper, every shake of the head when your name was mentioned, it's all part of the evidence now. They never imagined you'd find this. They never thought you'd be divinely led to the very thing they thought was invisible. But justice doesn't sleep, and angels don't miss anything. There's a moment in the footage where a woman hesitated. She looked directly at the camera, though she didn't realize it was there. Something in her spirit knew they were being watched, and she grew nervous. Type Amen to get blessing 1666. She asked if they should stop. She mentioned your name and said, "What if they find out?" But the others dismissed her. They were too far gone into their wicked plot to turn back. One of them wanted to leak personal audio from your calls, ones you made in emotional moments. They had somehow tapped more than your car, they had tapped your peace. The angels stopped that leak in its tracks. Do you remember that time your phone froze for no reason? That wasn't a glitch. That was a breach. And now you know where it started. The car camera caught them installing a device under your driver's seat. It wasn't just a camera, it was a gateway into your private life. But they were sloppy, and now it's all unraveling. You trusted these people. You shared your pain with them. But behind your back, they packaged that pain as entertainment, as leverage, as a weapon. Type Amen to get blessing 1888. There's a part of the video where one of them breaks character. He says your name and shakes his head. They're going to find out eventually, he muttered. This isn't going to end well. That was the only truth he ever spoke. It won't end well, not for them. Because your spirit is no longer asleep. You are awake. And you are covered. You may still feel numb. But this numbness is protection. The truth often hits harder than the lie, but it always brings freedom. The angels guided you to this message not to destroy you, but to prepare you, to strengthen you, to remind you who you are. They thought they had time to finish the plan, but heaven shifted the timeline. Now, they are running out of time, and you are rising out of sorrow. Type Amen to get blessing 1999. Their faces may still smile when they see you, but your soul knows better. The footage doesn't lie, and neither do your instincts anymore. You will notice them growing distant, one by one. That is not rejection, it is protection. A woman involved in this betrayal once held your hand during a hard time. Now that same hand was used to pass a drive containing your data. She was close, too close, and now she's exposed. She cried once when you were hurting, but those were crocodile tears. The camera caught her laughing 5 minutes later. How deep the deception runs. Do not grieve for those who plotted against you. Grieve only the moments they stole, the innocence they shattered, the trust they trampled. But even those losses will be restored. You will see. You will feel joy again. Pure joy, untied to lies, untouched by betrayal. Type Amen to get blessing 2020. Your car is no longer a scene of darkness. It is now a place of justice. Every journey you take from now on is under heavenly surveillance. There is another piece to this story you must be ready for. One of the people involved is about to come back and pretend nothing happened. They will try to weep, to apologize, to erase their role. But their name is in the recording. Their voice is in the betrayal. Their face is in the lie. They may offer you something to stay silent. Do not take it. Your truth is worth more than their hush money. Your silence would only empower them. Your voice will dismantle them. With calm, with truth, and with divine timing. Type Amen to get blessing 2121. The next few days may feel chaotic. It's the energy shifting. The truth disturbs the liars before it heals the innocent. You will lose some people during this time. Let them go. Anyone who walks away after the truth rises was never meant to stay. But their name is in the recording. Their voice is in the betrayal. Their face is in the lie. They may offer you something to stay silent. Do not take it. Your truth is worth more than their hush money. Your silence would only empower them. Your voice will dismantle them. With calm, with truth, and with divine timing. Type Amen to get blessing 2121. The next few days may feel chaotic. It's the energy shifting. The truth disturbs the liars before it heals the innocent. You will lose some people during this time. Let them go. Anyone who walks away after the truth rises was never meant to stay. You don't need to post revenge. You don't need to scream. All you need is to prepare your spirit, keep the evidence safe, and walk with dignity. There is someone who will see the footage and break down in tears. Because they were told you were the problem. Now they'll know the truth. One of the women tried to delete her presence from the footage. She erased her calls, cleared her texts, but the camera saw her face. It's all coming together. What was meant to destroy you is going to elevate you. You're not broken, you're beginning. Type Amen to get blessing 2222 every day. More truth will come. The people around you will start slipping. Watch closely. Their words won't match their eyes anymore. That's how you'll know who was really involved. That's how you'll see who smiled while stabbing. But you won't need revenge, because karma has already entered the room. You are not the same person who sat quietly. You are not the same soul who gave chances endlessly. Now, you carry evidence. You carry awareness. You carry power. They should have feared the moment you found out. They thought silence was your nature. Now, they'll learn it was your mercy. You've been quiet too long. But this awakening has turned you into a force. They will regret waking that force. Type Amen to get blessing 2323. Someone in the video said, "What if they tell?" And the reply was, "They won't. They love us too much. They miscalculated. Love doesn't blind you forever. And when love meets truth, it chooses itself. You are choosing yourself now, not out of anger, but out of alignment. You deserve truth. You deserve peace. You deserve everything they tried to steal. You don't need to search for more clues. The camera gave you what you needed. The rest will be exposed naturally. Their guilt is growing heavier. You'll feel it in their words. You'll see it in their sudden absence. Your silence is making them sweat. Your calm is making them nervous. Your glow is making them wish they had never touched your energy. Type Amen to get blessing 2444. They thought they knew how this would end. But the divine rewrote the script. You are not their victim, you are the testimony. Soon, a door will open. An opportunity that they tried to block. But no hand can close a door opened by destiny. You will be rewarded, not just spiritually, but visibly, publicly. What was stolen will return in multiples. They will whisper, "How did they survive that?" But they won't understand the fire in your soul. The fire that burns silently, but bright. From this day forward, you walk in awareness. You walk in discernment. You walk in divine protection. Let the liars tremble. Let the watchers panic. You are no longer asleep, you are awakened. To be continued if you request. You have unlocked what was hidden. Be still. Be strong. The rest will reveal itself. They know now that you know. Their worlds are cracking beneath the weight of truth. Their sleep is no longer peaceful, because the very silence they once took comfort in is now suffocating them. One of the men involved hasn't left his home in 2 days. The guilt has wrapped around him like chains. Every time his phone lights up, he thinks it's you. Every time he hears a knock, he thinks it's the justice he tried to outrun. He replays the footage in his mind. Not because he wants to relive it, but because he's terrified of what part you've seen. He knows his voice betrayed him. He knows his words condemned him. A woman in your circle who smiled brightly at you is now scrambling to control the narrative. She's already begun reaching out to mutual friends, spinning stories to make you seem unstable. But she's too late. The evidence is louder than her lies. Type Amen to get blessing 2555. You don't need to chase anyone. The truth is doing the chasing for you. The whispers are spreading, not from your lips, but from their own fear. You may feel pressure in your chest. That's your spirit expanding. That's your energy clearing. That's the weight leaving, not entering. Everything they used against you will backfire. That camera they planted for harm is now your shield. That data they tried to twist is now your sword. You won't have to lift a single hand in revenge. The divine already set the stage. Your job is to walk through what remains, untouched by the ash of their collapse. Someone has already confessed, quietly, secretly, but that confession has been recorded by someone else, and it's coming to you soon. Type Amen to get blessing 2666. You are going to hear things soon, conversations you weren't present for but that are tied to you. People will slip up. They'll mention names, timelines, and actions that match exactly what the hidden camera revealed. That's how you'll know who else was involved. The circle is wider than you think, but the fall will be swift and final. You are now divinely positioned above the lies. You see everything clearly. You sense intentions without needing proof. That is your new gift. Let them wonder how you found out. Let them guess who told you. They'll never suspect that their own wicked tool, the camera, betrayed them. Their setup turned against them. Their weapon became your defense. Their trap became your truth. Type Amen to get blessing 2777. You don't need to defend yourself. The footage is already doing that. You don't need to explain anything. Your glow, your silence, and your shift say it all. There is someone watching from the sidelines, someone who suspected something but didn't speak. Now they're finding the courage. They will come forward. This person holds another piece of the puzzle. What they say will confirm your deepest instincts. Their truth will complete the picture. And when you hear it, you will feel relief and sadness at once. Relief that you were right. Sadness that it went this far. But that sadness won't last long. Because your breakthrough is closer than you think. Your victory will not be delayed. God says you will not carry the burden of this betrayal any longer. Heaven has picked it up. And what comes next will make you forget the pain. Type Amen to get blessing 2888. Soon, someone will beg you to meet them. Don't go alone. Don't let your heart forget what it saw. Their apology may be real, but their motives are still wrapped in fear. They want to know what you know. That's why they'll act sincere. But your peace is not for sale. One of them has deleted all social media. Another is suddenly on a spiritual journey. A third is pretending to be distant. These are the signs. They are preparing for consequences. They're preparing for judgment. But they don't realize the judgment already began the moment the camera caught their truth. A message will come through your phone soon. Short, sweet, deceptive. Ignore it. It's bait. Type Amen to get blessing 2999. You've grown too strong to fall for manipulation again. That version of you who accepted half-truths is gone. Now, your soul demands full transparency. There is no more maybe in your intuition. It is now definitely. It is now confirmed. And the universe is clapping for you. Someone who had access to your car but claimed they never entered. They lied. The footage proves it. Their fingerprints are everywhere. They even took something from your glove box. a personal item. And they laughed while holding it. They called it collateral. But they never expected the recording to capture it. They underestimated how loud the truth would become. And now they fear the sound of silence. Because they know what it means. You're not warning them, you're waiting. Type Amen to get blessing 3030. The ones who betrayed you are watching you closer than ever. They're waiting for your next move. But they won't be able to predict it. Because your moves are now divinely inspired. Your actions are now spiritually guided. You no longer operate in fear. One woman involved will try to be the victim. She'll say she was manipulated too. But don't forget, her voice was the loudest in the betrayal. The footage didn't just show her presence. It showed her leadership in the scheme. She gave instructions. She gave timelines. She gave venom. She played the game too well. And now she'll have to live with the results. Let karma teach them what love never could. Let truth destroy what lies tried to build. Let peace return to you now. Type Amen to get blessing 3111. You will wake up soon and feel lighter. That's not a dream. That's freedom. It's already happening. One of them may end up exposed in public. A screenshot. A leak. A message forwarded to the wrong person. And you won't have to lift a finger. The divine will do what you don't have the energy to do. Your rest is holy. Your silence is strategic. If you feel like isolating, it's okay. It's part of the process. You're shedding old skins, old bonds, old versions of you that tolerated too much. And what comes in return? Clarity, stability, divine favor. The footage was meant to control you, but it has freed you. And freedom is your new language. Type Amen to get blessing 3222. You've walked through fire and didn't even smell like smoke. That's not coincidence. That's divine favor. This is not the end. This is the beginning of the version of you that cannot be played, manipulated, or broken. Everything they tried to take, your peace, your love, your future, it's coming back tenfold. And every time they try to come close again, they'll feel the wall of light protecting you. They will tremble at the sound of your silence. Because silence from the awakened is louder than a scream from the betrayed. Let them run. Let them explain. Let them exhaust themselves with lies. While you heal. And as you heal, prepare. Because the next chapter of your life is not just beautiful. It is unstoppable.